Guys, OtterVlog here. I know you're probably thinking, what the heck am I doing right now? Well, I thought that I would like to get back kind of into making vlogs again. But the problem is that, vlogs are kind of, not exactly the most interesting kind of video material to make. I know I used to make them a lot, way back when, especially like 2017 and 2018, before I was even becoming active with my YouTube channel, was when I was really becoming, like when I, let me try starting over. It's actually kind of tricky to concentrate on gameplay as well as doing this. But again, I did used to do vlogs in like 2017, 18 before I was ever active with my YouTube channel. And I really haven't done vlogs in a while, but especially now that I have, this project management certification program to, to do. It's going to take a course of about like 10 weeks, give or take. I mean, each course is supposed to be about 2 weeks, and actually there are some like fixed dates for a lot of the courses. So, I mean, there is that. Oh, jeez. Sounds like something's going on. But while there are a lot of, fixed dates that are kind of happening in that respect, there's still plenty of flexibility, and I'll still need to devote a lot of my time to it. So, back to the original point, I thought, okay, let me actually do some vlogs again. But how do I make them more interesting? Well, I could literally just, play a game while doing it at the same time, which, I mean, in hindsight, kind of sounds a little bit ridiculous, because, I'd have to be focusing on both the game as well as, actually talking, which isn't always the easiest thing for me to do. But maybe this will be practice and could help me improve my commentary and could, is something more interesting to watch than simply listening to me just talking blah 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 nonstop for a little bit. So I might just have like these short little recording sessions where I play a game that more likely I'm more familiar with. I don't want to have to, talk over a game that I've never really experienced before. So what I'm probably going to do, I feel like Hollow Knight is kind of one of the best options for me just because of, how much I'm going to be able to do. But if I'm able to play a game that I'm very familiar with, while talking at the same time, that's more likely to keep me focused on, actually talking and making vlogs and stuff. It just makes the most sense to me. So that is probably what I'm going to end up doing. Whether it's just going to be Hollow Knight, whether it's going to be Hollow Knight and a few other games, I'm not entirely sure. But honestly, we shall see. Something that doesn't require a ton of brain power, but is something interesting to watch so that, you're not just listening to me talk the whole time. So, yeah, I do have a project management certification course. I have not actually started the material, but I have been looking at some of the now I'm suddenly having to like really focus on this fight because this guy's a little bit toughy. But luckily I'm like kind of an expert at being able to fight this guy. But yeah, I've definitely I've definitely got quite a few assignments ahead of me, even for the first course alone, because I don't have really any visibility on because again, there are 5 courses. I don't have any visibility really on the next 4 courses, but I do on this current one that's supposed to take about 2 weeks to take. So there is that. But I do have visibility on the first course and on all the assignments involved with the first one. Nice, that was beautiful. And I will say, there aren't quite as many assignments as I thought there might be for these courses. That said, there are going to be a lot of critical thinking involved with a lot of the assignments, and it is definitely going to, it's going to take a lot of my time for sure. And I mean, again, we're talking like, serious project management, capabilities and tools, and being able to critically think and problem solve for the benefit of not just you, but even your team as well. So I am definitely going to be very busy in the in the coming in the coming months, which is a big part of why I've been which is a big part of why I've been doing a lot less with like the video content and why I've halted some of my projects. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, I want to see South Park, and I get that a lot of you guys want to see South Park. I know you guys really want to see more of that kind of material from me. I just can't really provide it. And keep in mind too, I'm not strictly a reaction channel, and even more specifically, I'm not strictly a South Park reaction channel. That's not what my channel was intended to become. It's just something that ended up happening. I was doing a lot more with my YouTube channel before I decided to start South Park. Like, I was already starting to become pretty active with my channel and the videos that I made. And, like, the South Park started maybe quite a few months into that, I think, I want to say. So, it was never supposed to be the target audience. I know people are like, no, but we really want South... I know, I get it, guys. I really get it. But I'm just not... I'm not capable of being able to do that anymore. And I kind of want to move away from reaction content in general nowadays. I'll still do it, and I'll still do it for, like, you know, patrons and stuff. But generally speaking, I just want to start cutting back on reactions a lot. Which does kind of include South Park. So yes, will it be, you know, popping up less frequently? Unfortunately, yes. Like, I know that's what a bunch of my audience is really drawn to, but it's not always the most interesting to me. And it's not just South Park specifically, it's just kind of, you know, reaction-related content in general. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I just want to do something that's maybe a little more entertaining. Get a map. Yeah. No. I want a map. Thank you. Yeah, I know how to use the map. But yeah, like, yeah. But yeah, I know you guys want South Park. Can't really give it to you as much as I could anymore. I mean, again, same with general content as well. But the thing is too, is that I do very much want to play the South Park games. Oh, I definitely want to play them. I still want to, but I know that there would be a lot of context missing. And I don't like to be in that kind of position where I'm experiencing something that I need context for, and I don't have it when it is, in a sense, readily available to me. So that's a big part of why that is a big part of why I'm continuing these reactions. It's just going to happen very slowly over time, and unfortunately, I'm sorry, but that's something that you guys are just gonna have to deal with. Because, you know, reasons why. There was a big old fly in my room. Gosh dang it. So, yeah. Unfortunate, but tis the case. I mean, that's kind of all I gotta say about South Park, and I mean, that's kind of all I gotta say about my project management certification program. Again, it's definitely going to be taking a lot of my time, and it's not just YouTube that's going to be affected by this. It is going to be a lot of my art and writing projects as well. It actually helps that I did finish. Stop. It actually helps that I did finish my oh geez, I've already forgotten. A story that I've been working on a bunch lately. I did, you know, finish that. And I did kind of finish the draft for it. It is basically up, and it, like, anybody can read it, and I'm hoping to, you know, get more people reading it eventually, because I do want to publish a lot more of my titles and my works. It means a lot to me. So my writing won't be too terribly affected by this whole certification program. My art definitely will. If anybody doesn't know, I update my Comic Hunters like 3 times a month. But because of what I have to, you know, because of this because of this program taking up a lot of my free time nowadays, I won't be able to do 3 pages a month. I'll only be able to do 2, but I'm still gonna try and give, you know, patrons some pages ahead of time, and even trying to get a little bit ahead of the curve so that once I do get back onto a normal schedule, I can, like, patrons might actually be like, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages ahead. I mean, that's what I'm trying to push for, so fingers crossed. Here's to hoping. I mean, it's not the only thing that's kind of, you know, taking a bit of a. I still need a lot for the wayward compass. That stinks because I really like wayward compass. Yeah, it's still going to take a toll on my general artworks. Otherwise, I'm going to be working on a lot of my art projects a lot less frequently, and I still have a lot of ideas that I kind of want to get off the ground for my comic in particular. I've actually started to think and talk about things like merch for my comic, which is very exciting. I mean, it's something I never really thought that I would do quite this soon, I think, is the best way to explain it. I know, I'll get you, little dude. Yeah, I never quite thought that I would do it this soon, but I just really want to do it. And yeah, I really want to try and do something with it, to move forward with it, because it does mean a lot to me. My comic means a lot to me. I have been working on my comic for, like, over 10 years. Or, I'm sorry, not over 10 years. Okay, well, I've been working on the general story and stuff for a very long time. Yes! Sorry, I just got news that, food was finished. But yeah, I've been working on, like, the story and the characters and stuff for, like, over 10 years. I have only been working on the pages themselves for a little over 9 years. So it's a project that means a lot to me. For those that have been following, like, my Discord server or my DeviantArt, you may notice, okay, this may require a little bit of brain power from me, so if I slow down a little bit on, that's fine. So yeah, but yeah, for those that have been following any of my art content lately, you will know that, you know, I've actually been making tarot cards for my comic. And I'm actually, I mean, technically they're not all released yet, but I am halfway through the Major Arcana, and the Major Arcana is comprised of, like, the Major Arcana is comprised of 22 different parts. So I'm halfway done with those, but at the moment, technically, only 7 of them are actually published. Yeah, easy peasy. Yeah, only 7 of them are actually published. The other 4 are finished. I actually finished 2 of them very recently. There's a patron post for Sea Otters, the highest tier patron that I have, where I kind of detail a lot of what I do there. So, that's something to kind of, you know, just kind of keep in mind. Nothing too crazy, but something to keep in mind. But I mean, I do plan on finishing the rest of the Major Arcana. I mean, probably not anytime soon, again, with the certification program and all that. But I definitely plan on working on more soon, at least. And I've already considered conceptions and ideas for the Minor Arcana, which, I'm trying to remember. I want to say that's like, it's like, oh geez, like 52 or 54 as a card, like, yeah, 54 or 56 actually. But there are a lot of Minor Arcana cards, and I've already considered, like, you know, characters and designs for those. So yeah. And it's not the only, like, side project for Hunters that I'm working on. Like, I've already started to think about, you know, comic printouts, or, like, you know, chapter printouts for, you know, maybe I don't know about the prologue necessarily, but maybe the first chapter or the second chapter, especially now that I'm getting really close to the third chapter, to starting the third chapter of Hunters, which is very exciting. I've been waiting to do that for a very long time. It's very exciting stuff for me. So yeah. But again, it's definitely not the only side project that I'm working on when it comes to Hunters. It's definitely the major one. I mean, I've already thought about, like, you know, things like stickers and pins. It's a pretty typical idea. I mean, I could do something like, you know, shirts and mugs, but I don't know. I'd rather do something that's a little bit more personalized. So that's mainly my reason for doing, or rather, you know, doing that. I don't know. However you might put it. Okay, that was just a dumb on my part. But yeah, oh, okay. I need to stop being an idiot. So, yeah, that's it's all very exciting stuff. But again, I want to do a little bit with it because, I mean, even I need a break from something like classes, and I will have some free time on my hands, just not as much as I would normally have. So that's gonna be pretty interesting, I think. So yeah. But yeah, I really will not be working on any more projects besides that. There's really nothing I can do. I mean, I did not mean to do that. Yeah, that's just how busy my life is gonna get. Tis what it is. Okay. So, yeah. There's all that going on. So, okay, I may need to actually focus on this. See, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that, you know, I might need to mention, but yeah, I'm gonna be working slowly but surely to work to, you know, manage everything. But yeah, video uploads are definitely gonna be a lot slower in the coming days, and there's nothing that I can do about that. I can certainly find time to, you know, make little gaming vlog things like this, purely because I don't plan on editing it much at all, and it's just, you know, it's nice, quick, nice little update for you guys, and obviously it's more interesting than just me talking about who knows what dumb nonsense for like half an hour or longer. I mean, actually, I've only been doing this for like 20 minutes. Oh, wow. I almost really fricked up there. So, I mean, besides my life getting kind of crazy busy like that, there's not too much else going on. I mean, my dog Esmer has, it's been a little bit naughty lately. Yeah, my dog's definitely been a little bit naughty lately, so I'm trying to train with her a little bit more and set some limitations. She may be an older girl. I mean, she is, like, you know, 6 years old, but she is also like a cattle dog mix, and she has proven to be quite intelligent and capable of learning. So, plus is there. Big old fat plus is there. Okay, well, I can't even go this way yet. So yeah, that's some stuff to, you know, think about and look forward to and whatnot. I mean, naturally, it's gonna take a lot of energy out of me to, well, not really a lot of energy, but it's definitely gonna take require some time and patience out of me to train her up a little bit better, because she does very much need it. I mean, she's still only been here for like a month. Well, actually, it's been a little over a month. It's been a month and a half at this point, I think. But I mean, she's been here long enough, and she's definitely got to learn some manners, because she does not have a lot of spatial awareness, and she does not have a whole lot of manners. It's kind of ridiculous. Oh wow, thank you. Did I rescue 3? I suppose I did. So, I'm not sure if I can think of anything else really to talk about, and that was a big old dumb veg spin on my part. Good job. So yeah, really nothing else major to add that I can think of. I mean, I talked about my art. I mean, I suppose, you know, this isn't the best time for me to mention since I won't be too terribly busy necessarily, but again, I still do have a Patreon, and any support there would be very much welcome since I'm likely not going to be getting anything really on I'm not gonna not anything, but I'm gonna be getting a lot less with videos because of my less frequent upload, I guess you could say. But I do have a Patreon. And those that are still willing to support me, because I am still providing some like video and art material and a couple of other little things as well. I'm trying to do my best because I still want to give you guys, I still want to give patrons something. So any kind of support would be extremely helpful. And there are 3 tiers, and I mean, you know, the lowest one, the pups, otter pups. They do have access to a few things. They get early access to all the new Hunters pages and to any new South Park reactions. I do plan on releasing occasional South Park reactions on Patreon over the next couple months. Not many, but I do plan on releasing a few, but they won't be publicly available until September, maybe October, because my family, my sister and I are talking about going to Minnesota to visit family for a week, probably in late September, early October. Well, I don't know if it'll be a week. Who knows how long it could be, but you know, we still would love to see our grandparents again. We haven't really visited Minnesota in a very long time. And again, this is something that we've been talking about for months. So I think it is definitely something that we are going to do. So who knows when I'll start to get more active with actual video uploads again. I don't know for sure, but it'll happen when it's gonna happen. That's all I can really say. So yeah. I was talking about Otterling stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking about Otter Pop stuff. The second tier is Otterlings. Otterlings do have the ability to request specific like video projects from me, because I don't take requests on YouTube anymore, because I just get too many and there's no way for me to do them all. There's just no possible way. Now, over the next couple of months, I won't definitively be doing all reactions. I won't definitively be doing all reactions from patrons. I'm like, you know, gathering them and putting them into a poll for the time being. Let me beat this guy. But yes, that option to request is potentially available for Otterlings at least, which is again the second patron tier. And you know, Otterlings do also get access to a creative newsletter from me. That's usually a little bit less interesting. I feel like usually the biggest hook for that particular tier is probably gonna be their requests. And then of course there is the Sea Otter tier, and that is the highest tier. And I think the biggest hook for that is probably the capability of requesting commissions, like art commissions from me once a month. Granted, some people may not find that quite as interesting, but that is okay. Another thing that Sea Otters get access to is usually full unedited playthroughs and live streams. That's something I've been doing a little bit more recently, but it's something that I have definitely made do on at this point already. And again, it's like, you know, every patron gets early access to all kinds of videos. It's just a matter of which videos and how many. Typically for pups, it's going to be like, you know, all the South Park reactions, some games, maybe a reaction or two. Waterlings, it's gonna be more likely, you know, obviously all South Park stuff, more games, some reactions, as well as some compilations from time to time, depending on what I've been working on. Sea Otters basically get early access to anything the moment it comes out, or the moment it's uploaded to YouTube. So yeah, some pretty decent benefits, I would say. And I mean, you know, there's, like, again, any general support would just be fantastic. Well, that all sounds pretty good. Again, you don't necessarily have to, and I'm not necessarily planning on doing any, like, normal uploads for, you know, Patreon or YouTube in general. So that is a little bit of a downside, but, you know, I've got to do something, right? I mean, I've got to, you know, try and give you guys something interesting, and I still do feel, I guess, almost kind of obligated to give you guys some, you know, content and stuff every now and then. It's just how I kind of look at things. I mean, you may not care, you may not agree, but it simply tis what it is. So yeah, I literally at this point now cannot think of anything else that I need to say. So I'll just go, you guys. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much done. Can't think of anything else that I need to specifically tell you guys about. I've pretty much covered all the bases, I think. So yeah, I think I'll just save this playthrough for any other vlogs, and probably just end it here. Yeah, half an hour. Yeah, I can kind of believe that. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna end it here. And again, this video will have so little editing. It probably have chapters, so you guys at least know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's kind of about it. So thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. My life's gonna get busy. And as usual, until the next video, guys, check you laters.